everyone, Nick here, hope you guys are doing well, and call the practice archaic or low-tech, but the impulse to nowadays cover your computer webcam with tape has since gained much traction in the last several years, and for very good reason. The built-in cameras that ship on nearly every device nowadays present a huge security liability, one that's prioritized by even former FBI Director James Comey, as well as Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Moreover, and perhaps even more frightening, Edward Snowden's leak of NSA documents unveiled reports of technology that was used by the US government to surreptitiously hijack computer cameras and their microphones. Clearly, we're entering an age where data privacy and just data breaches in general are creating a massive invasion of people's privacy. And it got me thinking, how much are we doing to protect our computer behavior, especially in the era of smart speakers and facial recognition? And if we aren't doing that much, how easy is it to hijack someone else's device? Let's check it out. Okay, so first things first, I'm incredibly curious to figure out how easy it might be to hijack someone else's computer on a local network. This means that if I'm at a shopping mall or coffee shop or sporting event or even at home at a big party, can I use readily available internet resources to help me take control of someone else's device? The short and brutal answer is yes, and that it's actually incredibly simple. I did a bit of research online and I found this open source software called Veil Evasion, which allows a user to generate exploit payloads that can very easily bypass common antivirus solutions. On a Linux machine, the process is as easy as cloning the repository, running the setup script, generating an executable that will run on your victim's computer, and if you're really tech savvy, you can mask it as a Microsoft Word document, a JPEG, maybe even a song, and then finally starting a listener on our end. You can vary parameters to gain access to their webcam, access their microphone, or even take screenshots. And doing this and going through the process and doing my external research, I was really frightened. It unveiled to me some deeply unsettling realities about my own computer security and the behavior that I'm allowing for other people to gain access to my device. Now, granted, you can actually take several measures yourself to mitigate some of these issues, like being careful with what you watch or browse when you're at your local Starbucks, or maybe investing in some good malware software, or hell, something even as simple as putting some tape over your webcam. But more seriously, what's to be said for the precipitous privacy implications that we quite literally invite into our homes with devices like the Amazon Echo or Google Home? Now, I don't want to get sued, so I'm not going to say that an exploit currently exists and they're very hackable devices, because truthfully, I don't know. But my point is simply that such technology relies on the use of always-on microphones that use software-mediated trigger words to begin recording. And should these software measures be wrongfully manipulated to begin recording everything that goes on in your home, you can see how we're creating these surveillance implications that are not only really scary, but also just downright unlawful. So, as we begin to let technology pervade nearly every aspect of our lives, including and especially the sanctity and deeply personal confines of your home, it's very clear that the onus of prioritizing security must come to the top of the list for not only users, but also the providers of such products. Whether this means adding a manual hardware switch to disable microphones, or creating custom, highly irreproducible trigger words, it's time these issues are resolved before such types of technology make their way into your homes for good. Ultimately, whether you're hearing personal accounts of your friends being spied on with webcams, or even stories of NSA spy tech in action that's shrouded under all of these elaborate code names, one thing is for certain, and it's that the implicit dangers that surround the technology we use on a daily basis are very real. You should fear the reality of someone knowing what you're watching online and potentially how you may look while doing it, and take every possible measure to protect yourself. I was still shocked and surprised when I was doing my research to learn about how much is still left to be done in protecting internet security for everyone. But I implore every single one of you to take similar measures in safeguarding yourself as I have. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for making it this far. Click my links down below to read my Huffington Post articles and follow me on social media when you can. Thanks, guys.